Yes, hello. Yes, sir. It's Wednesday night. Yes, fantasy football night. That's correct. Line is forming to the right. Yeah, both fantasy leagues as well as the Survivor League. Correct. We'll be covering all that, sir. Yeah, some people did look like shit this week. Yeah, there were some that looked all right. We'll get to all that. Yes, ma'am. Mini bars open. It's always open. VIP to the right. Line is to the left, please. Yes, Wednesday night, fantasy football night. Always in season. Hardcore Challenge Live, yes. Commish is in the house, yes, he will be hosting. Yeah, it's not just silver and black tonight. Unfortunately, we do have fans of other teams that stop by on Wednesday nights. It is fantasy football night, man. I know. Normally we would toss them out, but some of these are hardcore challenge owners, man. Yes, show will be starting very soon. Thank you for joining us. These guys like to run a tight show. Enjoy the show.
T-minus 1 minute. T-minus 50 seconds. T-minus 40 seconds. T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 0.
Rips the helmet off Rudolph's head and then eventually swings it and hits him in the head.
1, 2, 3, where you not hardcore? I'll let you live hardcore. And the legend of the rich was way hardcore. Yeah! Now we're rocking.
What's up, Raider Nation, fantasy football fans, owners of the Hardcore Challenge? What is up? What is up? Thank you for joining me for another edition of Hardcore Challenge Live, the official podcast of the Hardcore Challenge. And if you didn't know, this is the pinnacle of fantasy football competition. Because if you ain't playing in the Hardcore Challenge, you playing in one of them fucking 12-person fucking basic leagues with your fucking auntie, your cousins, your buddy down the street, your homies from work, so you can talk about it around the water cooler on Mondays. I'm playing Ned this week. Does Ned know anything about football? Fuck no, he doesn't. This is the pinnacle of fantasy football competition, and if you're not playing in this, it's probably a scrub league. But, scrub leagues are fun, too. It's fun to take scrubs' money, so there's nothing wrong with that. And, it's fun to make people feel bad about themselves, like I did Spleeve this weekend, putting up 260-plus points on him. It's fun. It's fun. It's part of the joy of fantasy football, is handing out a drubbing every once in a while. It was a good week for me in fantasy football. Double big baller. So, let's get to it, shall we? We've got a lot to touch on. It's week 11. Week 11. And in fantasy football, do you know what that means? Week 11? That means playoff push. playoff push. And next week we will start discussing the playoff picture, as we will be down to, in the big league, you'll be only your final 3 division games, and then it'll be your final games as well coming down the stretch in the All Raider Nation League. So, big games coming up. Yeah, we seen rolling, and we'll give you props here shortly. Moving along. Let's hit the big ballers of last week, shall we?
There's a platform stage, people pimping.
Big baller in the All Raider Nation League. We had a 3-way tie. Yours truly with 206, with a 156 victory over Raider Richie. One Nation also with a 206, with a 153 victory over the Shadow Raider. They put up 153. And Haywood Gang with his bounce back win after back-to-back game of the week losses beats the Maulers, who could only put up 168. So triple big ballers. But none was biggest baller of them all, as in the big league. I put up a 262 against Raider Spleeve. Put him down. It was a must-win for him. Drops him to 5-5. 2-game losing streak for him. I'm 6-3-1, sitting in first place. Biggest ball. That's double. If you're counting, that's double big baller for yours truly for the week. That was a damn good fantasy football week for me. I had the Joe Burrow, fucking Jamar Chase combo going in this one. Put up, 119 points, I think, with just the two of them. Oh, let's look at that headline. With a pair of Cincinnati Bengals leading the charge, Raw Dog Nation lights up blackout. Yeah, that was brutal. Burrow and Chase just fucking went off. By Thursday night, this game was already pretty much a wrap. Already. Those are your big ballers. We always start at the top. Now, let's go to the bottom. Your low ballers. Low ballers in the All Raider Nation League. Low ball of the week, Raiders all day with a meager 118. And in the big league, lowest baller of them all, Pack Attack is back, also with a meager 118. In the weakest fucking division I think we've ever had as well. In the Elite East of the NFC. Never seen nothing like it. We'll touch on it soon as we spin around the league. Those are your low ballers for the week. Remember, keep your roster legal. We still have a couple people in the All Raider Nation League. Some of these new guys, I mean, there's no leeway anymore. But please, keep your rosters legal. Guys are coming off of IR. We give you a little leeway if a guy just comes off of IR, obviously. Not everybody's sitting around a computer waiting for it to happen. So make sure only IR in your reserve spots, and make sure to keep your mandatory defensive spot. We had one guy, Donkey Punch, who says, a fucking 2-7 team, you wouldn't think anybody'd be watching that close. No, motherfucker, rules are rules. You don't mean you get a horde offensive guys just because you suck. Doesn't mean you get a suck at fucking following the rules, too. No. Keep your shit tight. Tight like hallways. Smoked out always. Moving on. The Power 5. For this week, let's start at the top, shall we? The Power 5. Unveiling this week's Power 5. 4 games left. Where are we? Well, let's start in the All Raider Nation League, shall we? Number 1. Season 1 champion, Black Hole, line sitting at 7-3 atop everybody. Shadow Raider and the Haywood Gang sitting right behind them, both battling atop their division at 7-3. The Death Dealers, 6-3-1, got that lucky fucking tie against me because of stat correction, just some bitch. That tie is biting me in the ass. I'm a half a game down in my division because of that fucking tie. And Raider Richie, last year's champion, sitting at 6-4. That is your Power 5 in the All Raider Nation League in the big OG League. It's the NFC running shit. 9-1 and 9-1. Lucky number 11. Bed Bath and Beyond sitting at 9-1. Knox Vegas Anarchy, the only member of the AFC on the Power 5, sitting at 9-1. The Bandits, Willie, sitting at 8-2, and Kilowattage sitting at 8-2. Also that rounds out your Power 5. Now, if I could click the right fucking button. There we go. Now for your shit list. Here is your shit list in the big league. As you see, it is already on the screen. Cheesehead, Donkey Punch, Renegade Outlaws, all sitting at 2-8. Stone Ponies, 9-1. Fumble Those TDs got their first win last week, finally, beating the Stone Ponies. That was a battle of Clash of the Titans right there. And Daco Tuesdays at 2-8. All these guys populate the shit list. There's all your nuggets, your 6 little nuggets for the big league, and your little turd nuggets with peanuts in their head in the All Raider Nation League. Raider Nation for life, 1-9. There can only be one. 2-8. Raider Nation 98, 3-7, and the Maulers closing out your shit list with their meager 3-7. That's your shit list right now, as their season's all but over. They're going down the toilet. They're going down the toilet. It ain't good. Ain't good. That brings us to our game of the weeks. Our 2 game of the weeks for this week. Week 11.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
It's time
Is this not why you are here?
for the Hardcore Challenge Game of the Week.
Game of the week. Let's see, where should we start? Should we start in the All Raider Nation League? I think so. We've got a pretty big matchup right here. It is a divisional matchup. There's been a little smack talking going on in the All Raider Nation League. Can the defending champ, well, he's not the defending champ, excuse me. He is the Season 1 champ, Lions, Black Hole, sitting at number 1 in the Power 5, sitting atop the Great White North Division. Can they take down Josh? Raiders all day, sitting at 6-4, coming off a loss. You see the line graph. It's not looking like a real close game. Early projections right now are about Josh is actually a 20-point favorite. But as you see, a lot of buys over there, and Lions is yet to adjust his roster yet. So it's not the projections. You can't really go by it yet. So, but it's looking, if you kind of plugged in where guys would be, it's looking to be a pretty close game. I think Lions takes this one. This is a big one. Josh needs this one bad. It's going to be a close one, I think. It's going to be a close one, but I think Lions takes it in a close one. But we will see. Black Hole, Raiders all day. Big game of the week. Big divisional implications right here as Josh is chasing these guys, as you'll see as we do a spin around the league here very, very shortly. In the big league, it's the defending league champ, Gary and the Skull Crushers, facing off against Willie and the Bandits. You saw Willie's on the Power 5. He's up there again. He's sitting at number 4. Willie has been on quite a little run in the NFC. He's been around the top for several seasons. Is this the season that he breaks the ceiling finally? We will see. We will see. Right now it is projected 173 to 167. Projected to be a pretty high scoring game between the two. We will see. We will see. Bandits, Skull Crusher, Aaron Rodgers against Josh Allen, Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley going head to head. Got Jerry Jeudy, Ridley, TJ McLaurin, St. Brown. I mean, you got big names across the offense. The defense is stout on both these teams too. That's why these guys are sitting at 7-3 and 8-2 respectively. This is going to be a big game. I'm picking the Bandits in this one. I'm picking the Bandits to win this one. And Willie always hates
In your face, sucker!
when I pick him to win. But I think you got this one, Willie. We'll see. We'll see. But you're facing the defending champs. Let's take a spin around the league, shall we? So we just see where everything is at. And you know what? Let's start in the All Raider Nation League this week, shall we? Let's start in the All Raider Nation League. As we take a spin around the league and get you caught up where we're at. League-wide in the Hardcore Challenge landscape. Right here, the Great White North is a tight one. Season 1 champ Lions Black Hole #1 on the Power 5, sitting at 7-3. Right behind him, defending league champ Raider Richie at 6-4, and playing in the game of the week, Josh and Raiders all day at 6-4. That's a tight one. Hungry Dogs, look at that, 5 straight wins. Don't be the Hungry Dogs has climbed up. We've got some trades, had a controversial trade go through. Been talking some shit in the comments. Been throwing crazy trades out to everybody. But he's scrapping and he's fighting. Look at it. Only scored 649 points, man. But scrapping with 5 straight wins. And there can only be one. They're one of them little turd nuggets. They're on the shit list. They're done. The Death Dealer, 6-3-1, coming off a loss. Still sitting in a half-game lead. But this division is still fairly tight. Max Destruction and Max Effort both sitting at 6-4. Max Destruction with 2 straight wins. They're only a half game back. Autumn Pirate with 2 straight wins. Let me see them TDs. They climbed back, got to 500, then went on a skid. They've lost 2. They're both still technically in it at 4-6, but they would have to go on a run to close it out. That is for sure. In the Wild West, Shadow Raider Tony, our only female owner, takes one on the chin this week, takes a loss, drops that one against one of the big ballers of the week, one of the 3 big ballers, as she takes a loss. But the Haywood gang bounces back with a win. It's a 7-3 tie, as both these are 2-3 respectively in the Power 5 as they're sitting atop the Wild West division. Raider Nation 770 with 3 straight wins, trying to stand at only 2 games back with 4 games left. They got to make a run soon. The rest of them, those guys are little turd nuggets on the shit list. We're not worried about them anymore. Moving on to Dirty South. This one's anybody's damn division right now. One Nation sitting at 6-4 because of my stat corrections, forcing it into a fucking tie. With the Death Dealers, I'm sitting at 5-4-1 with 2 straight wins, chasing half a game behind Bryant. I need to get first place back. The Savage Wolfpack with a win, climbing, scratching. It's a couple games back there. They're still in it though. Still in it at 5-6. Autumn Wind at 4-6 off a win, still technically in it, but the Maulers, they are on the shit list. We know all about them. Moving along, let's hit the AFC in the big league, because the NFC, we got to take a minute on the NFC. There's some fucked up shit going on in the NFC of the OG league. Let me tell you, some fucked up shit. Knox Vegas Anarchy right now looking like they are just running at a jog right now, barely even looking over their shoulder. They got this division on lockdown at 9-1, 6-4. Bad Company right behind them. Answer to the Master at 4-5-1. They were crawling, looked like they were crawling up, but that loss probably kneecapped them and took them out. Daco, they're a little turd nugget. They're on the shit list. I'm playing them this week. They're actually projected to win. I can't lose that game. I need that one bad. 7-3. Emmett Who sitting atop this division. They've lost 2 straight, slid down, but man, Blackout needed that one. Dropped to 5-6. Technically, there's only 3 games back. They could still do something, but they got to go on a run here, and it's just not looking good for Emmett Who. Bison Broncos losing 3 straight. They have fallen completely off the pace. Their season is all but over. King Salami owned this division 3 weeks ago at 7-0, and they have taken 3 straight losses now to drop to 7-3. Stinky Pinky with 6 straight wins just would not go away and kept hanging back, just hoping King Salami would start to fucking lose and drop a couple, and they have with 6 straight wins, have now tied for first place in the Wild West. And don't count out Bleeding Green with 4 straight wins back here at 6-3-1. They are in it, and don't count out Under the Influence, even though they took a loss at 5-5. They're only 2 games out, as King Salami has slid down with 3 straight losses. Looked like they had that division all but locked up, but oh no. Oh no. The dirty south of the AFC, 6-3-1. Yours truly, big baller of the week, sitting in first place by half a game over All-Pro Afro, who's also won 2 straight, sitting at 6-4. Reggie, got to win this week, but he's 3-7. He'll probably be a turd nugget next week. Let's move over to the NFC, because there's some shit. We got to talk about some shit over here in the NFC. I don't know what the fuck's going on in this NFC. It is Jekyll and Hyde. Let's talk about the Great White North. As you see, the Great White North is a strong-ass division in the NFC. 9-1, lucky number 11, sitting at number 1 on the Power 5. Kilowattage at 8-2, also in the Power 5. Skull Crushers defending league champ at 7-3. And Carol, our only female owner in the big league, sitting at 7-3 with frickin' frackin' football time. This is anybody's division. Now the Elite East. This is also anybody's division, but for the complete opposite fucking reasons. This entire division, which was the strongest division in the OG League over probably 5 straight years, it had spawned 3 champions, a back-to-back champion, and now look, this whole division is sitting at 3-7. Take It Deep was actually on the shit list last week and has now won 2 games straight and has moved up to 3-7 and tied for first. What the fuck is going on here? This is anybody's goddamn... I mean, you could literally have a 6-win team win this division. This is some fucking bullshit. This is some bullshit. And then look at the Wild West. This is almost as bad. Lions at 7-3 has already won this division. It's already locked up. He's just playing for a seeding now. Cheesehead, Donkey Punch, Renegade Outlaws, all 3 debuting on the shit list this week at 2-8. What the fuck is going on? Lions with a 3-game winning streak. Cheesehead's lost 8 straight. Donkey Punch lost 7 straight. Travis, I don't even know what to say about Travis. I'm so disappointed, Travis. 4 straight. Come on. Come on, man. That's just enough with that division. Lions, congratulations, Lions. Jesus, just ran the fuck away from that one. That's a fucking clown show over there. But congratulations to Lions. Bed Bath & Bijan sitting at 9-1. The Bandits at 8-2. This is a 2-horse race as Bucknuts and I lost to Chubb. Lost my Chubb, his Chubb, your Chubb, their Chubb. They ain't got a Chubb. And they ain't got a chance in hell either with 3 straight losses. They're sitting at 3-7. Bucknuts at 4-6. Their seasons are both mathematically basically over. It's Bed Bath & Bijan and the Bandits. It's a 2-horse race. That is your spin around the league, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you got. Next week, we will debut the playoff picture as we will only have 3 weeks left after we wrap up this week in your regular season action. As we go down the stretch in the big league, you'll be looking at your last 3 divisional games as you run that last gauntlet of your division schedule. And then the Raider League, you'll be looking to hopefully get into the postseason and punch your ticket. Same time, same channel next week. I'll see you then. And we'll be talking playoffs. We'll be talking playoffs, baby. I'm looking at playoffs in both leagues right now. My fantasy season's going well. I can control fantasy. I can't control the Raiders. That's a shitstorm. Until next week, I'm out. Peace, love, Raider Nation.